Hi pumpkins, and welcome to the podcast. This is episode 3 of the podcast, which would have been May's episode, except for I was very busy in May. Might have spent a little time in the hospital. Moving on from the whole situation. I'm good. I have an autoimmune disease, so that sometimes flares up, and that's why I spent a little time in the hospital, and why you didn't get a May episode in May. Usually I would have filmed it, and you would have got it at the end of May. So, moving on from that, I've been busy. I've got a lot of finished objects to show you. I have, in April, I did a self-trip, and I was going to show you guys my stuff in May, but that didn't happen. So in April, I had a self-trip, and I found a yarn shop in Savannah, and got to go like a local yarn shop. So that was really cool, and so I'm going to show you those goodies. I have had a few orders at Joann, so I'm going to show you that, and I'm trying to use up some yarn in my yarn stash, so a lot of my projects are that yarn from yarn stash. And what else do I need to tell you guys? I don't know. So if you're new here, I'm Misty. I'm the face behind Moodypumpkincrafts. You guys are in the craft room in my little corner, and I'm not going to show you this craft room right now. It is a disaster. There is yarn in boxes, yarn in totes, yarn in bags. It's everywhere. So I'm trying to get it organized. Eventually one day I'll take you on a tour, but I'm not going to show you what it looks like now. So Misty behind Moodypumpkincrafts. If you want to find me and connect on social media, I am Moodypumpkincrafts on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I'm moodypumpkincraft on Ravelry. They wouldn't let me add the S because it was too long. And I know some people can't use Ravelry, and it's a big thing. Hopefully they'll get it fixed. I'm one of the lucky ones, and I can still use it. But to be honest with you, I try to go to the websites of the pattern designers and use that, or use Etsy. Go to the websites for the yarn, like Yarn Inspirations, Red Heart's Yarn Inspirations, Line Brand. Anytime I can find it that way, I try to use it that way instead of using Ravelry. YouTube, I use a lot of YouTube. Yeah, so that's that. Other life updates. Still working. And we've been doing a lot of, I got my second dose of the vaccine in April. Been doing a lot of running around, just in general stuff, but nothing, still trying to kind of stay away from people. So, with that being said, let's get into what I completed in May. This was all completed in May. So, trying to use up my stash. This is I have notes today. Y'all will be so proud of me, because if you've seen any of my podcasts, I ramble, and I've already rambled at the beginning, but I have notes, and I have names of patterns, okay? As always, information will be down in the description box below. If you haven't already subscribed or liked this video, please feel free to do that. That would be great. I would really appreciate it. You know, I love doing this just because then I know what I made, but I love showing this to you guys. I love sharing with you all. So if you like it and want to subscribe and continue to get updates, please do. So, finished objects. That's where we are. This is Cable It Honey, and this pattern I did find on Ravelry. There wasn't a way to get it otherwise, so unfortunately I did find this on the Ravelry, but you could find, I mean, it's a cable hat pattern, and this is Premier yarn. This is a chunky yarn, and it's probably a little taller than I would have liked it. So I know when I do this pattern again, I'm definitely going to do less rows because it's a little tall. I probably will end up rolling the brim up when I wear this because it's, I have to make it like really slouchy. So, but this is the Cable It Honey pattern, and this is a knit pattern. So that I'm going to add a pom-pom on top, so I haven't done it yet, obviously. Sorry, I'm backing up electronics. I'm trying to figure out how to get this to you guys in a better quality, with better sound, and so I'm backing up my iPhone and trying to download iMovie so that I can, like, edit this, just to add like things in, not to really edit me, because it's just, it is what it is. I ramble. So if you see me looking around, that's what's going on there. This is my second finished object of May. This is the Quick and Easy baby blanket, and this is by Joann's Web on YouTube. I found this literally. I just put in YouTube easy knit baby blanket, and this is a knit baby blanket. This is actually based off of her like easy grandma dishcloth thing, and I think if I remember correctly, you cast on 5, knit 5, and then the next row you knit the first 3, yarn over, and knit the rest. And that's like your basic back, and you just knit like that all the way until you get as many stitches as you want. I think she said hers was 170 or 160. I don't remember which one, but it's either or. And then you start to decrease, which means you knit the first 2, knit 2 stitches together, yarn over, and then knit the next 2 stitches together, and then you knit the rest of the row until you just keep repeating that until you get down to 5 stitches, and then you just bind off. But I think I did that, and then I knit a row and then bound off, if I remember correctly. But anyways, this is a baby blanket. I literally thought that I didn't have another skein of this and found it in the floor right before we started doing this podcast. So I finished this baby blanket in the hospital. I did not know that there was another skein of this, and my sweet husband brought me all my knitting everything and crochet stuff, so it's not his fault. I knew that I had this white, and so I just figured I'd finish it. So now I'll just make a little lovey for the person. This is for their baby, and they'll get a little lovey made with the rest of this yarn. I don't know what this is. Somebody was very kind and just donated this to me. It was a baby, I don't know what it was. I know it was baby yarn, and it was acrylic yarn that's supposed to feel like wool and be soft and everything, and it is. It's super, super soft, and it's acrylic yarn. You can just wash it like regular. I know the white is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. It was in my stash. I'm trying to use stuff up. So, that's what that is. Okay, so let me show you the next thing. I made 3 of these, and these are the Boho Bobble Twisted Headband by Crafty Concept. You can find that on YouTube, or you can click it down in the description box below. So I made this one. The yarn is Painted Canyon, and this is I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby. I'm trying to use up yarn, y'all. If it's here, I already have it, so I need to use it up. I did another one. This is just gray red heart yarn, and then this is the Painted Canyon. I was trying to use up what little bit I had left. I think it's really pretty. Look at the back with the colors. So that's this one, and then this was just some scrap yarn that I had. I think it's a Hobby Lobby as well, and then some gray, more of that gray red heart. So 3 of those. Finished that, and I had a bunch of the. Sorry, y'all, I dropped it through in the floor. A bunch of the yarn. Of this Painted Canyon, and then I looked over right before I started recording, and I can see another skein of it over here. So there's one more skein of this, and I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I probably will make some like fingerless gloves. So this is a Ross hat. Again, that gray red heart, and then the Painted Canyon. And then this is a pom-pom, and there's a button in here so I can remove it and wash my hat if I need to. And the Ross hat is by Ross, Smells Like Yarn, here on YouTube. He actually has a website, and you can go to his website, and I will link that in the description box below. He has patterns there, and I use his Ross hat pattern all the time. This is the Yes You Can Yun cowl, because the yarn is called Painted Canyon. This is, you can find this written pattern on Ravelry. However, she also shows you, her name's Joann. She also shows you how to do a provisional cast on, and talks about how many stitches you're going to need, and how to do this. You basically just knit this in the round, and then you Kitchener stitch it together. I'll link both videos in the description box below. I'm not good at Kitchener stitching, but because I can feel exactly where I did it, which is fine. I'll just put that in the back. It's not a big deal. But so this is that cowl. That is pretty. It's all warm, and see, it'll be all warm and great for wintertime, and then I can put my either one of my little ear warmers on, or my hat, or whatever. So that's the cowl, and this is knit as well. I probably need to tell you, the Ross hat is knit. This was knit. I knit the baby blanket, and I knit the first hat, the Cable It Honey hat. The Boho Bobbles, the 3 of those, are all crochet. So, that's important. And that is all of my finished objects. So, okay, I've done all my finished objects. Let me get something in where it needs to go. Alright, let me show you some whips. And then we will, okay, cool. Make sure everything's still backing up. Multitasking here at the podcast. Alright, this is my first whip, and this is in my Girl Scout bag from Erin Lane Bags. I'm obsessed. This is the large project bag. I'll link her website, but there is a group, Facebook group, Bag Buddies, and that is where she does her like live sales, and if you want to get bags from her. I cannot guarantee that any of these fabrics are going to be available, okay, you guys? She gets fabrics, she makes the bags, and then it depends on if she can get the fabrics again. Like, I'm pretty sure this Girl Scout is not available. So just keep that in mind. I'm just want to pre-warn you before I invite you over to the dark side of bag collecting. So, this is going to be a simple triangle shawl. Basically, I'm doing the quick and easy baby blanket pattern, but I'm not going to decrease. So, it'll just keep going bigger and bigger. I cast it on 6 stitches, knit 6. Then I knit the first 3, yarned over, and then knit the rest. And I'm just following that. Knit 3, yarn over, knit the rest. So that's that. This is a Karen latte cake, and I lost the ball band, but I'm pretty sure I did a little research, and I'm pretty sure this colorway is called elderberry. So I love it. It's really pretty. I'm going to pull the actual ball out in just a second, because these colors are not all of them. Like, this is a pretty rose pink color, and it's definitely not showing up that way, and it's a little better now. However, it also has a really pretty burgundy in it. See the burgundy, and then this is the rose pink color. It's not like a brown color. This is actually like a pretty rose color. It's not showing up as great. But I had this in my stash, lost the ball band, and I thought, you know what, this would be a really cool shawl. So that's what this is becoming. I just casted this on in June, so we'll see how long it takes to get where it goes. Hold on one second. I need to move all of my finished objects over here because they're in the way of my things that are whips. Okay. Next whip is in my Larry Nope bag. This is a super twofer. This is not always available, but the Nope pattern is usually available. Like because this is Larry. He says nope. So just different times she has different things. Like she just did Halloween in May. That's what I was trying to tell you. And of course I bought, don't tell the husband, but I bought more. I didn't need them. But she had Sanderson sisters, so I couldn't pass it up. This is my Slytherin house scarf. I'm not a Slytherin. This is to go with my Slytherin hat that I made. My husband's a Slytherin. My mom's a Slytherin. But, you know, it just depends. I may give this to the Niblet because she loves Professor Snape, so I may give her the Slytherin hat and the Slytherin scarf. And my plan, fingers crossed, is to make her a Snape kind of like, they're not called rag dolls, but I'll post the pattern in the description box. But they're just kind of like little flat dolls. It's really cute. It's kind of like an amigurumi, but not an amigurumi. And I probably just totally said that wrong, so I'm sorry. Little about this is I knit this green. I'm just knitting back and forth, and I think I cast it on like 30 stitches. Knit this green until it was 4 inches. I did 6 rows of the silver, 6 rows of the green, 6 rows of the silver. This is another 4 inches, and I'm just repeating that over and over again until I run out of yarn or it gets as long as I want. So that's what I'm doing there. Put this all back in here. Got yarn everywhere. Alright, so that's that. Zip. Pull the ties. And still working on Mom's blanket. Unfortunately, it's riding around in the back of her car right now, just due to, like I said, I ended up in the hospital, so that's why things are just kind of out of whack. And I didn't get her blanket finished. So yeah, I'm gonna get it done. She knows what's going on. She's understanding, thank God. So it'll get done. I need to bring it home because it's not a project you can really take somewhere. So it's not like a travel project at all. It's huge. So I really need to bring it home and do that. So hopefully when I film June's podcast at the end of the month, I'll be able to tell you guys that it's finished. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take a sip of this water. It's pineapple coconut sparkling water from Kroger. I'm not paid by Kroger. I just like it. Tricks my brain to think I'm drinking soda and I'm drinking water. And yes, I know it's not the best, but it's better than drinking a soda. So, last work in progress. And then we're going to talk about future projects. And I'm going to show you guys what I got at the yarn shop. Okay, hold on, I'm coming over with the yarn. This is the last of the yarn, and this is denim, and I want to say this is, I love this yarn too. It was in my stash. I'm just trying to use stuff up, y'all. This is a Campfire Cardigan, and I believe this is by Make and Do Crew. The original Campfire Cardigan is made with like granny hexagons, but I wanted mine to be solid, and when you're in the hospital, you have a lot of time to research stuff. So, got on YouTube, and somebody was making this with a solid hexagon. I will put the video the video link to the solid hexagons in the description box below. The lady is teaching you how to do this, and she's coughing in the video, and it can be kind of aggravating. It was aggravating for me. I just muted it and watched the closed captioning. If that's aggravating for you, there's a solution. She also uses UK terms, so make sure that you know to translate those to US terms. So she's like a double treble, which means a treble crochet in US terms. And then if she says a treble, she means a double crochet in US terms. So just know that. I would put this on and get up, but it took me entirely too long to set up this iPad the way it is, after I had already filmed half of the video on my phone, and then it said that the storage was full. So I'm not kidding. But this is my solid Campfire Cardigan. It's big. It's beautiful. I will definitely post finished pictures on Instagram, so if you want to check it out there, when it's finished, I promise there will be pictures. I am going to, it was like a very flowy arms and like a kind of kimono-y style arms, sleeves, and it's really pretty. It's great. I am going to I did a little alteration to this pattern, and I made both of my hexagons 22 rows, except for the last 5 rows I did not work the sleeve side, and I made the my starting, you know, there's like that little, there can be that little area where you're like, oh, that's definitely where I started this every time. And so I just made that the end part of my sleeve. I put under my arm where nobody's going to see it. And so I knew that that side was going to be my sleeve side. And so I did 15 rounds normal. On round 16 and 17, I decreased on the sleeve side. And then on rounds 18 through 22, I only worked the, I didn't work the sleeve side, so I joined up here in this corner and worked this and down and around, and then came back. So instead of working rows, I kind of worked, instead of working rounds, I worked rows. So 18 through 22, I just worked back and forth and left this side alone. Then I just whip stitched them all together. Whip stitched the shoulder sleeve area together, and then I whip stitched the 2 hexagons together. This yarn has weird dark, it's like literally a dark line, and it just went dark in the middle of my stuff here, middle of my hexagon. So, but that's literally where the seam is too, so it'll be fine. I am thinking that I am going to do probably like a little, I haven't decided yet, but probably some sort of like rib around the collar and the front panels, just to make it a little different. So, and probably some pockets. And I don't know if I said this already, but the sleeves I'm going to continue to decrease, and I'm going to make them like kind of like fingerless gloves, because I want to have a thumb hole to put my thumb through. So yeah, that should probably be completed by the next podcast. That's my goal. Okay, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. Alright, let me show you. Let me tell you about some future things. Sorry, I just bumped it. Not what I was supposed to do. I had this all set up, told you guys, and then I recorded half of the video, and then my phone said it didn't have any storage. Yay me. So now I'm backing up my phone to try to see if we can get the storage thing taken care of. But I'm also downloading iMovie to my Mac so that I can edit this and put some fun stuff on the screen, and I want to be able to put pictures in here and stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn more to make this a better podcast. And so, like I said, I had everything set up, and then I recorded half a podcast, and then had to reset everything up so that I could record on the iPad. So let me tell you about some future projects that I want to do. I saw a TikTok, and then I made a TikTok. This girl made a cardigan out of greeny squares that had sunflowers on them. Taught you how to make the squares, all of that. So I was trying to use this as my reward to get Mom's blanket done, but we all know where we are on that. So this will be a future project. I may end up starting this soon. I like the red and the black, and I couldn't decide what I wanted, so I may have bought the yarn for both. I'm not going to mix it because my OCD is so crazy. I couldn't do red and black together. It would be beautiful. I'm not saying not to, but I need all the same color greeny squares. Just OCD would kill me. So, I bought yarn from Joann's. I'll show you that in a little bit for this project. So it'll be, I'm definitely making a black one just because I feel like it will go with a lot more. And then, I may make a red one. I bought the yarn to make a red one. How about that? So, yes, a sunflower cardigan. Also, if you're on TikTok at all or in some of these yarn groups, I'm sure you've seen it. Everybody's making those like bralettes, crop tops, and I want one. And if you don't live out under a rock, you possibly saw that Lizzo was wearing one. I loved it. She is rocking it. You know, she rocks everything. So, sorry, that was rude. But I want to make one of those, so that's possible, another possible cast on, start on. It will be crocheted, and so will the cardigan. It's crocheted. The third thing that I might cast on is Marley Bird did a Buy Crafty boot camp. So she's had a little change up in her like admins and people who help her behind the scenes and who like blog for her and do other things, and they primarily crochet. However, Marley does both, and so part of the whole thing was that they were going to need to learn how to knit, and I would say I'm definitely a novice knitter and sometimes a confident novice knitter. So Marley went through, you can find this on her YouTube channel, through weeks of knitting, and I think there's 10 weeks total for boot camp. You can always find that at marleybird.com, and I know she's gone through all of that. So they worked on a cowl, and I thought that would be really cool to definitely work on making me more proficient with stitches and being more comfortable with different things, because they did the moss stitch and they did a few other stitches. I haven't watched the whole program, but I'm definitely going to, and I know she does a lot of this on YouTube, so like if you need visual help with the stitches, she does that. It's also available on her website. Again, information will be in the box below. Okay, did I do everything? Yes. Alright, so let's talk about what I got at the yarn shop in Savannah. So the yarn shop in Savannah is called Unwind Yarn and Gifts, and I went there on April 15th, and they're located in Savannah, Georgia. They have a website, and I will put them in the description box below. And I spent entirely too much, of course. It was really cool to go. Going into a local yarn shop is totally different than walking into your Joann's or walking into your Michael's. Joann and Michael's are great. I love them both. No digs at them, but it's different going to a local yarn shop. So, that being said, of course I got a project bag. It has dogs on it. Look at all the doggies. So this is the project bag I got. And it just has like a little thing here. So like you could like knit and walk around if you held it on your arm like that, or whatever you want to do. All my goodies are in here, except for my stitch markers, and I might have them in this bag over here. Hold please. Let's see if they're in this bag. I think I put them in this bag when they are. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so let's start with the stitch markers that I got. They're little balls of yarn. Aren't they the cutest? They're super cute. Let's see. So, they're little Hiya stitch markers. The yarn ones. So, they're super cute. They're just little balls of yarn. Let's see. There you go. And this is purple and blue, but this is also purple, so that's... Speaking of Hayas, I bought some to try. I always need 8s to make hats and stuff, so I wanted to try some new ones. I got a pair of bamboo 8s in the 16-inch. I got a pair of bamboo ones. I love them. Amazing. I got a pair of the Hiya Sharps. Love them. They're amazing. So, nothing bad to say there. I then also got this yarn. This is called Good Earth Adorn. And this is a cotton linen blend. And I got... This one is called Adobe. And I got 2 of those. And, oh, that's not the same one. Sneak peek, everybody. So I got 2 of those. They are 47% linen and 53% cotton. It's a medium 4 weight. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, or 204 yards. The colorway is Adobe. So, it's very pretty. It was made in Turkey. So I got this. It's a really pretty, like, burnt red color. That's probably closer to the color, you guys. So I got 2 of those. And then you saw the sneak peek. It is another Good Earth yarn cotton linen blend. This is called Whimsy. Again, 47% linen, 53 cotton, same ounces, grams, and yards. Made in Turkey, and this is called Whimsy. This reminded me of like the sea. It's very blue, green, tan, and I was at the beach, so of course I had to pick it up. And so that's all I got at the yarn shop. I didn't need to get anything else, but I could have. I just wanted something different, something that I wouldn't have normally picked up. So I don't know what I'll do with those. Probably make a shawl. Just a little something. So let's put that over there. Okay, now, I told you guys I got yarn, and I did. Okay, so Joann's was having a sale. It's coming. Just wait, it's coming. We're not out of the blue yet. Hold on. What's this one? Yeah, that's the wrong one that goes there. I'm just kidding. It's gonna fall. Okay, so this is Big Twist by Joann's. This is a number 4 medium weight yarn. 100% acrylic. It's super soft. I love it. This is not giving it justice right now. This is Varsity Red. It's a different color red. It's not this orange. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see if I tap on the stuff. Nope, it doesn't. This is Varsity Red. Very pretty. This is coming up very dark, and it is kind of dark. Oh, look, there it went. This is also Big Twist. This is Grape. So I got 2 of each of everything I'm showing you right now. Big Twist, medium gray. We got Big Twist Varsity Orange. Okay. And Big Twist Varsity Yellow. Wow. Big Twist Varsity... No, this is teal. It is a much greener. It is not that blue. So I don't... I'm sad. Because I really love this. It's super pretty. And it's really... It's a much greener teal than blue. Then we got Varsity Blue. 2 of those. And Varsity Green, 2 of those. So, Marley did a tournament of stitches, and it was a blanket, and, that's what I bought this yarn for, but this may become something else, but that's what I bought the yarn for. Then, I bought some more stuff. Yeah, I told you I bought the stuff for, the crocheted granny square cardigans, and I bought enough for both of them. This was just scrap yarn that I had here to try to figure out which one I wanted, and then I decided I wanted both. So I already have this, the brown and the yellow here, and I think, what is this called? This is called Varsity Yellow, and this is called Varsity Gold. This is a different color than the yellow that's here. See how, woo, I'll pull them back. See how bright this one is, and then this one is, it's actually a gold color. So I already have the Varsity Gold and the brown. So I needed red and black, and I bought that, red and black, but I bought 5 skeins of each of the black and this red. This is a different red from the one down there. This is called Deep Red, and I like it better. It's not burgundy, but it's not like that bright fire engine red either. But I also bought 2 skeins of the colored mustard because I thought maybe I would do a Varsity Gold center and then mustard on the outside, or maybe mustard on the inside and Varsity Gold on the outside. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to play around and see. Or maybe I just do all mustard, or maybe I don't use mustard at all. So I haven't decided yet, but I bought 2 skeins of mustard just in case I decided to mix it up or change it. So that is that. I'm just going to put these back over here. Oh, here's one of the, it is called Varsity Gold. So look at the difference between that and mustard. So I think mustard in the center and then the Varsity Gold on the outside, I think that would be pretty. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm sorry. I'm trying to upload. So that's probably what I'm going to do, but I haven't decided yet. Okay. Happy Mail, future projects. Gave you everything I knew. Okay, so let me tell you about the podcast that I definitely don't miss. I'm looking down at my notebook. See, I have a notebook this week. I'm so proud of myself. So, podcasts that I don't miss here on YouTube. Needles at the Ready. They're hilarious. I love it. Crazy Sock Lady. Let me look while I'm thinking about it. Because she also does another podcast with... if I hadn't have said it, I could have told you. And I think it's called One More Row. Dang it. I thought I was ready. That's terrible, y'all. Because I'm usually very off anyways, but Happy Knits, I don't miss her. Cozy Up Knits, and it is called One More Row. Let me see if it tells me who these people are, because it might not. With Carrie and Kay. So, one of these lovely ladies owns, hold tight. I'm trying not to play the video.
So do you guys have any plans for Mother's Day?
And I still played the video. Okay. So Kay is the Crazy Sock Lady, and Carrie is Stolen Minutes, and she makes project bags. And so it's really cool. They live close to each other, and they get together and they show us what they've knit and talk about everything they have going on. And I think that's it. So that's them. So Needles at the Ready, Happy Knits, Crazy Sock Lady, One More Row, Crime Scene Knits. I just found her off of TikTok, and I like stuff like that. So if you like to hear about crime scenes and stuff like that, try her. Jonathan Day, he just uploaded his second episode. I love it. He's in England. And it's really cool to see what he's knitting. He knit a sweater for his boyfriend, and he was knitting socks for his boyfriend, so he'll show us that when he gets them finished. And he's doing his podcast once a month, kind of like I am. The Cozy Moth Knits. She went on a little hiatus because we all have to take a break sometimes. Let's just be honest, we're people. And I was glad to see her come back and show us that she changed and moved her craft room into her guest bedroom. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. Caitlin is great, and she answers questions on Instagram. I literally sent her just a Instagram message. One, I checked up on her, but two, I was like, look, what do you use to edit your stuff? Because, I need something different. I need to be able to add stuff to my, to my podcast and make it cool. And, like hers. And she told me, she was like, oh, I use this. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I have this too. And she's like, cool, that works. And then, we talk. She's a person, and you can talk to her, and she's nice. So, Caitlin at Cozy Moth Knits, absolutely recommend all of her all of her podcasts. She's awesome. And let's see. I gotta pull my stuff back up. Oh, Knit My Way Home. They are the freaking cutest. It's a mother and daughter. They live... Oh, man. I had it on the tip of my tongue. They live in the Yukon. That's where they live. Really awesome. They show everything. The daughter wanted to start the podcast, but the mom, she's young. So the mom was like, well, I could be on it with you. The mom is learning all about all of the technology and all this stuff in, sorry, Ravelry, and the mom's found like a group of friends. It's really cool. I love it. They're awesome. Super sweet. So, Knit My Way Home. Of course, I watch Cody Knits. And Cozy Moth Knits. No, Cozy Up Knits. I do watch Cozy Moth Knits too. But Cozy Up Knits, the sisters from Alberta, Canada. I think that's all my podcasts. Okay. Let me tell you what I'm reading. We are at 51 minutes. I'm going to try to cut this off at try to be done at an hour, because that would be long. So, I finished Gray and Darker. So they're by E.L. James, and they're the 50 Shades books by from Christian's point of view. I really liked that. I liked 50 Shades of Grey anyways, so if you didn't like that, I don't recommend reading these books. I like that it gave us, and the new book is Darker, so it just was released on June 1st. I just got it. When I say I'm reading these, it's audiobooks. I am reading a physical book too, but I'm reading audiobooks, so I do that a lot. So back to that. I read Gray and Darker in May, and Freed came out June 1st, and I'm reading that now. All by E.L. James, and like I said, it's the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy, but from Christian's point of view. This is one of those ring lights. I'm so sorry. I'm playing with stuff. I'm also still reading Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness. I'm rereading it, or re-listening to it on audiobook. And then I'll do the next one. I think that's Book of Life. If I don't... No, maybe it's not. Alright, let's look on the phone. So, I thought I was together, but I didn't, y'all. Alright, let's let the phone do its thing, and then I'll tell you that. It's a Shadow of Night. So what's the next book? Yeah, it is. It's the Book of Life, because the first book is A Discovery of Witches. It's the trilogy. And then, that's the All Souls books. So, A Discovery of Witches is first, then it's Shadow of Night, and then the Book of Life. So I'll listen to Book of Life next. And then there was a new book, or new to me, Time Convergent, and that is supposed to be about Marcus, which is Matthew's son, vampire son. Anyways, look the books up. They're really good if you want to read them. So that's what I'm reading, listening to. I physically have a copy of Practical Magic, and I'm going to read it. It's Practical Magic's one of my favorite movies. I never read the book because I didn't know there was a book. Because I want to read the book first and then watch the movie. Which is why I haven't watched the Netflix series Shadow and Bone, because that's a book series and I'm going to read it first. So I'm going to physically read Practical Magic because I bought the book from Thrift Books. If you don't know about Thrift Books, absolutely should look into that. I'm not saying don't buy from like Barnes & Noble or a local bookstore or anything like that, because, I have a local bookstore that I buy from as well. However, sometimes I get some books used from Thrift Books so that I can, I didn't want to buy the Harry Potter books new, so I bought them from Thrift Books. I already owned them all on Audible, which unfortunately still gave you-know-who money, but that was before she started doing all the comment, and that's how we're going to say that. So, anyways, I'm going to probably upload this probably Tuesday. Hopefully I can figure out how to edit it on my my Mac, my MacBook, and throw some cool stuff up here. So yeah, that's hopefully what's going to happen. And maybe I can upload this Tuesday or Wednesday. So probably the 8th or the 9th is when I'm looking to upload this. And then I will film another one at the end of June. So, oh, look at that. June 30th is a Wednesday. So, usually I'm off on Wednesdays. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I can film and upload that day. And if not, I will figure it out. But hopefully, next podcast will be released on June 30th. I think that's it for me. I am very close to the hour mark, and I want to try to keep it right there. I don't want to try to go too much over that because we're just visiting, y'all. I don't want to overstay my welcome. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great month and get to knit things and crochet things, loom knit things. I haven't loom knitted in a while, but probably we'll get back into that. I was watching TikToks again, and there is a gentleman who has the blanket loom, and he was just really just rocking it out. So, made me jealous. I want to do that. And, yeah, so craft something or whatever makes you happy. Paint or read or, do something for yourself. Drink your water. Take your meds. And be nice to other human beings. We're all going through stuff. I love you all. Thanks for joining me. And like I said, once we get to 100, I will do a giveaway. And, yeah. I'll do a whole post about all of that. And everything will be down in the description box below. I love you guys, and peace. Bye.